Hi, Haley.
Nice. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jenna. Lovely to have you guys. And do you know, actually, we have been given by the publicity company, they have given your names phonetically to me, but in a New Zealand accent. It's Jenna Ortega, and I've got Pal Rudd. Now, am I saying that correctly?
I don't think he looks that pale.
Well, I think it
Okay.
sounds right.
Gina and
I just was working. I know, Jen, I love it that you call it Gina, that you've spent time in New Zealand and have worked with many people from New Zealand. I have recently, and one of my favorite things was in the morning in the trailer, in the makeup trailer, they say, "Did you eat your eeks? Your eeks?
eggs.
Oh, that's
Eggs. Did you
George.
eat your eggs?
That's gorgeous
Uh,
George.
Gina, well, I'll jump to that because you were on Colbert just talking about how much you love New Zealand, right? I mean, thank you for the shout out. We're just down at the bottom of the earth, kind of happily forgotten about most of the time. But any plans for a relocation?
Oh my God, I wish. I wish my job didn't take me everywhere. I wish that if my job consistently took me somewhere, it would be New Zealand. I also think I've worked in New Zealand twice now, so I feel like maybe I've got some weird connection with you guys because a lot of people I know haven't even been there. So I
Yeah,
feel
that's all. That's all
fortunate.
it
I feel
takes.
like
It's all it takes.
I've
Is you.
already gotten away with something magical twice.
What about you, Paul? When were you? Sorry, Pal. When were you last in New Zealand?
A few weeks ago, I was in Auckland on my way to the Gold Coast. And I would have liked to have stayed a little bit longer because I was just at the airport, but it was only like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, we didn't even know this. It's a
Yeah, but
great
it
airport.
was really, it was
Uh,
just, there was a connection. It was a flight connection. I can tell you all about the
oh.
airport.
No, please don't. I mean, there's not really much about the airport. I want to talk about the film because I was lucky to see it and I didn't really know what I was going into when I was watching it. And I have to say, I left not really knowing what the hell I had just seen. Do we feel like the writer and director Alex had maybe had a little bit of acid or something? It was a complete trip.
Mm, Honestly, I think he just is a trip himself, and I mean that in like the sweetest, kindest way possible. Um, he's just bizarre. I don't know who directs something for the first time and decides that it's going to be a unicorn film. That's unheard of, and for that, I think
Mm,
that takes a trippy person.
He was telling
yeah.
I was
I was
we were just talking not that long ago, and he said that when he had this idea for this film, the thing that he thought about was the first scene, which is a father and daughter driving late to something and having kind of a somewhat banal conversation, and then just out of nowhere hitting a baby unicorn. So it
yeah,
all
of
stems from
course.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, my mind automatically goes there most of the time as well. Jenna, can I
Sure.
just say, on behalf of all young gothy emo kids that grew up, you represent us very well. I was a weird goth for many years, then I was an emo. In your life, did you go through a goth phase, Jenna?
No, I feel like I was just a late bloomer in every aspect of my life. So I didn't go through honestly, I started turning a bit more gothic or drawn to those things. I want to say by the time I was like finishing high school, I also was doing a Disney show when I was younger. My environment was not that, and then I think when I was working so consistently as a kid, fortunately, but when I finally had a break was when I realized how scary it is to be a person on this planet, and I think that that transformed a lot of
Mm,
my tastes and experiences, and then also I'm not method in any way, shape, or form. But sometimes when you're working on a job, especially for that much time, it kind of can't help but seep into your personal life. And I feel like ever since I've done that role, it's kind of turned me into a different person. But I have such immense respect for goth culture and the incredible goths that came before me. So do I see myself ever in my personal life?
Paul,
No.
Paul, did you go through a goth phase? Surely you rocked a few petticoats at some point, some fingerless gloves.
I never went through a goth phase, really. I mean, I liked some of the music that I think could probably be considered goth. And I definitely had friends that were goth and, um, kind of got where they were coming from. But I
Yeah.
was more um I wasn't so kind of like moody in that way. I was goth adjacent, where I was much more kind of new wavy, keyboardy kind of um
Synth.
you know, like b bleached top of my hair and then a rat tail, like a Howard Jones kind of thing,
Oh,
which I didn't
oh
have, by the
gosh.
way, because my mom wouldn't let me. But I was more about kind of like, yeah, I was goth adjacent.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like if we were in high school together, the three of us, we would have been friends. Guys, I'm out of time, but I absolutely love the film. You guys are fantastic, two of my favorite actors. So thanks for chatting with me this morning.